Good morning, everyone. I'm Kim Trathen, business and marketing coach, and I just dropped the kids off at school and wanted to hop on live real quick because it's not funny, but it's kind of funny to me that I feel like there's a ton of this tension between entrepreneurs and people that are in the MLM or direct marketing, direct sales. And it oftentimes reminds me of the same type of energy that there is, the same type of competition, maybe is the right word, that there is between stay-at-home moms and working moms. And bottom line, we are all trying to do a good job. We are all trying to take care of our families, whether you are a mom that works outside of the home, a mom building a business, or if you are a quote-unquote classic by definition stay-at-home mom. There doesn't need to be this competition. And I often see things online with people that are involved in direct marketing, MLM companies, those types of businesses. I see a lot of that same competition and struggle between them as I do other entrepreneurs building their businesses. And just like the competition between stay-at-home moms and working moms, we are all trying to take care of our families. We are all trying to grow a business that we're proud of. There are some tips that I wanted to give to the MLMers because I do see a lot of women that get involved with different companies, and it appears that they haven't been taught the right way to market. And I think it depends on what company you partner with, what they teach you on how to market your products. But there are a couple things that people do that oftentimes makes them more successful when they are trying to sell a different product. Hi guys, thanks for joining live. So a few things that people do when they're trying to sell products, there's a few don'ts and a few do's. One thing you should not do is I have received so many friend requests from people that are trying to build their network. Building your network is great. Connecting with people on social media is great. Authentically engaging with people is great. One of the big don'ts is to friend request me or anybody else and then immediately send a message under the guise of introducing yourself, but then you immediately put right in there, and hey, I'm running a promotion. Would you like to buy from me? Or do you know anybody that wants to buy from me? Or if I send you a post, will you just post this to your wall and tag me in it? No. I'm not going to do that. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. I am not going to fill my wall with other people's products. But the approach there, I understand where you're coming from. You're trying to get more people to post about your product so that they see it. The big mistake that's made with that methodology is that you friend requested me and immediately asked me to do that. If you took time to get to know me, if you took time to go through my wall, you would see that it's not filled with other people's products. It's filled with training, tips, marketing content, things like that. So randomly friend requesting people, I had one woman told me that her company suggested that she try to friend request 100 new people a day and then message all of them asking to buy or promote her product. That is like taking an entire box of spaghetti and throwing it at the wall and just hoping that something sticks. That is not a marketing method. That is not growing an audience. That is not establishing yourself as an expert in your industry. What you want to do, whether you are an entrepreneur that has come up with your own idea and starting your own business, and I do want to clarify one thing too, because I think that sometimes people in direct sales or MLM businesses get really, really offended and upset when other people tell them that they do not own their own business because they are in charge of selling their product. They get to choose how much they work, how they work, who they're reaching out to. There's a lot of freedom and responsibility that people in direct sales or MLM companies have. The difference is that you are not the CEO of that company. If you sell a certain oil, if you sell a protein shake, if you sell makeup, whatever it is, if that company goes bankrupt today, you don't have a business to sell. You don't have a product to sell. So that is really the difference between, yes, you are in charge of your business growth, but you don't own that company. You don't have decisions over the financial decisions and the products that they're putting out. So that is really the big difference between running a business and direct sales and MLM and starting your own company. So that is the difference there. And so one other point that I wanted to make with people that are just randomly friend requesting and messaging, there are much better marketing methods to utilize. And one of the biggest tips that I have for people in direct sales, MLM, whatever it is that you really want to start marketing yourself. your personal brand is still incredibly important to the growth of your business. People who are super successful, yes, Kara, oh, that happened to you. See, it happens, ladies. Companies do go out of business. But if you can grow a personal brand, if people are following Kim Trathen, let's say, I'm not in direct sales, but if I was, let's say I sell a protein shake and they're really following Kim Trathen because they love the content that I put out, the trainings that I do, it doesn't matter then if I'm selling a protein shake, an oil, makeup, because they know Kim Trathen is the brand. So it always makes me feel a little bit, makes me cringe, feel a little bit sad when I see women that will even put their profile picture as a picture of their product. You should always be your profile picture, your values, your belief, your mission. Why are you involved with this company? What is the bigger picture? Why did you choose that specific company over another one? Do they give back? Do they empower women? Do you love what they stand for? What are your values? What is your mission? Why did you choose that company? Those are the pieces of content that you should be sharing online. Yes, you are still selling a product, and yes, you're going to run promotions, but you don't need to randomly friend request 100 people a day and message them to try to buy. You may make a couple sales, but I would guess that your conversion rate, your close rate is probably not very good, and it turns out to be a giant waste of your time. Your time is way too valuable. Oh, hi, Ron. Glad you're on. The dirty secret with the overwhelming number of months companies is that it's about sales recruitment more than selling products. Clearly some exceptions. Yes, I completely agree with that sales recruitment. And I know if you look at some of the biggest people, there's one woman, Brooke and Jason Rash, I think is their last name, the social celebrity. They are a prime example of a couple that has built this really strong personal brand around who they are. And she has such a strong following. She's been very vocal that she switched MLM companies at one point in time, and a huge following still followed her because they follow her or her husband. They're both part of the company. But they have built such a strong personal brand. They put out information on marketing. You really have to think about what value you bring to the table and not just pushing your product on people. There's a really big difference. And if you start looking at who is successful in these companies, you will see that in general, they are providing real value to people. They're doing more than just pushing a product. I've said before too, that if you friend request me and immediately send me a message asking me to buy your product, that is the equivalent of walking into a grocery store and seeing somebody you think is attractive and just walking up and being like, hey, will you marry me? Like, they're going to think you're crazy. They're going to think you're pushy. They're going to think you've, stepped outside of these boundaries of social norms. That is exactly like friend requesting somebody and immediately asking for a sale. People need to get to know, like, and trust you before they will really think about opening up their pocketbooks. Now, this may be different if somebody is seeking you out and they are searching for a product and then they find you. That's completely different. They're at a different point of the buyer's journey. They're ready to buy and they're looking for the product that you happen to have. And the other kind of misconception that I think comes from a place of, it comes from the right place, but I think it's the wrong method, is that I have had women say to me, well, if I don't message people, they're not going to know what I'm selling. Like, they may need what I have, so I'm just being helpful by messaging them and letting them know. And I understand where they're coming from on that, but trust me, if I look through your profile, I'm going to figure out what you sell pretty quickly. And I will reach out to you if it's something that I want to buy. And the other mistake that I see a lot of people make, and this is not just in MLM or direct sales, but it is immediately friend requesting me and then immediately asking me to join your group. There are so many groups out there, and again, people will find you if they want to join your group. You don't need to send an invitation to every single person, that you're friend requesting. I counted one day, I think I had 80 friend requests in one day. I have stopped counting. So the biggest thing you can do for yourself too, if you are really using social media to grow your network, is to make sure that your profile picture and that little bio on Facebook, when somebody clicks on you, that little bio right at the top, make sure you tell me something about yourself. If you're a coach or something like that and you have your own business, then mention it right there. If you are really passionate about empowering women and that's your goal with connecting them, put that right in the bio. Make sure that your profile picture is a very clear image of your face. I want to see who you are. No sunglasses, no pictures of other people, no pictures with multiple people. When I personally get friend requests and there's multiple, it'll be like, I'm assuming a girl and her friend, a girl and her sister. I don't know which one is you then. And I bypass those. And when you get flooded with friend requests, and I think there's a lot of people in this situation, you don't have the time in the day to really poke through somebody's profile. If it is not a picture of somebody's face, I decline it immediately. If it's a picture of a product, I decline it immediately. So all of those things you can do to really start setting you up and start growing your personal brand of who you are. So that's it, ladies. I will chat with you all later. Best of luck. If you have any questions, whether you're in direct sales or not, if you have any questions, feel free to just send me a private message and ask me. I do also have tons of content over on my business page, Kim Trathen, Business and Marketing Coach. So if you're looking for tips and trainings, you can find videos there if you would like them on marketing and growing your network and things like that. But feel free to reach out and ask me a question if you have any questions. You can also drop it below this video. I will go through the comments later and respond to all of them. So happy, what day is it? Wednesday. We're almost to Christmas. Yay. Bye, everyone.